Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Arsenal have won the North London Derby. They have defeated Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was quite a one-sided game, if I'm being very honest with you, and I'm not even being biased here. It was a really one-sided game. Arsenal were on top from the get-go. They were the team that were creating the chances. Spurs were never really in that game, if I'm being very honest with you. Like, it was completely Arsenal domination from the entirety of that game. The way that they started, both the teams were riddled with injuries. It was like probably one of the few derbies that I have watched in history that so many key players from both sides were missing. So many important players were not playing that game, and still in a way the derby lived up to the expectation. I said before the game that the forms don't matter when it comes to the derby, especially the North London derby. I mean, the hate, the fans, between the fans and the players, that they feel, they know how important this game was. And I think the way that Arsenal started, they were on the front foot, and it pushed the Spurs even on the back foot even before, even more than they would have already been. They are on the enemy turf, and the history of the last 2-3 seasons, Spurs have not been able to defeat Arsenal over the last 3 years in the North London derbies. So that also would have played on their mind as well. And the way that Arsenal started, taking the game to Spurs, I think they were just a bit, quite a bit shocked at the way that Arsenal have started really good. They had the possession, they created too many chances, but the problem with Arsenal, I think the scoreline is 2-1. It could have easily been 6-7-1 for Arsenal, because Arsenal were really good. But the problem was that Arsenal were not able to finish off their chances, and that has been the problem for Arsenal for the entirety of this season, if I'm being very honest with you. We need a striker. We really need a striker. We need a couple of attacking players, not only a good striker, but we need a good winger as well. Saka is not gone. Jesus is injured as well. Sterling is. It doesn't matter whether he plays or not. Kai Havertz, I really like Havertz, but I still think we need somebody to accommodate, to help him out. Jesus was getting into good form, and then he goes away, and he gets the ACL injury. So in terms of finishing, I think we were really poor. I am going to start with the negatives first, because the positives are really good in my opinion. The negative being, I think the biggest negative for Arsenal in this game, and it has been coming on for a month now, for a couple of months now, that we are not able to finish our chances, and that is because we don't really have a proper striker. We really need to invest the the money in the transfer window this time around. We really need to find a good striker. We cannot wait for the until the summer. We really need to find some solution. Otherwise, I don't think we would be able to win the title, because we are missing so many chances. And unfortunately, because of that, the games that should not be so tight are becoming tight. Like we can take today's example. We could have easily been a 1-0, 2-0 up inside the first 20 minutes, but we missed so many chances, and it gives the opposition chances to come back into the game. Sorry about that. And that's what happened today as well. The Spurs were nowhere in that game. Arsenal were controlling the entirety of that game, and they get a couple of good chances, and they take their chances. When you have players like Son who are not gonna miss, you are always gonna be in that game. And Spurs get their chance, and Son finishes off their move, and Spurs go 1-0 up. But even when they went 1-0 up, it was all Arsenal, and you just knew, like looking at that game, you just knew that Arsenal were gonna come back in it. When we finally get our chance, and we did come back into the game. Corner kick again, people are gonna come and say set piece FC and whatnot. We get a corner. Gabriel is there again. Smart play. The way that he runs around behind the defenders. Two defenders are on him, and he somehow still manages to head the ball over. Solanke gets the own goal, but I still think, in my opinion, the ball was going in the in the net, but they gave the own goal to Solanke. Arsenal equalized 1-0, and within a couple of minutes later, Trossard goes ahead and scores that goal. It was an amazing finish, but I think a lot of people the goal was really good, and the pass from Odegaard was really good, but I think that a lot of people are missing the fact that the way Partey won the ball from the Spurs player. I think that basically started the move. I think that was a big reason why we were able to score that goal. The way he makes that tackle, and the ball goes directly to Odegaard, and then Odegaard makes that pass. I think a big reason for that goal was Partey's tackle, but unfortunately he's not going to get that notice, because of course Trossard with that finish and everything. It was an amazing goal, and Arsenal take the lead 2-1, and we come into the second half, and it was basically the same thing. Arsenal completely dominated Spurs. They came back in the last 10 or 15 minutes, but it was only because Arsenal were not able to finish off their chances. They could have easily been, as I said, before that, Spurs had that a mini comeback trying to get back into the game. They could have easily been 3-4-5-1 up, but they just kept on missing chance after chance, and I think this is going to be a big problem. Arteta and Arsenal really need to sort it out. Otherwise, I don't think if it continues, it's going to be really hard for us to win the title. Speaking of the title, I have said this all along. Liverpool being 9 points ahead of us with a game in hand is not going to be a big problem. I have always said that it's going to be very easy to chase down the gap, and again it showed today. They drew against Nottingham Forest yesterday. We have now won. It's a big win against Spurs. We are now 3 points behind them, and they have a game in hand. So as I said, even if they win that game, it's a 6 point gap. It is very doable. If it was City, I would have the 6 point gap against City. It would have been doable in my opinion as well. But against Liverpool, I really don't think that the title charge is over. I still think they are going to draw points. We are going to draw points as well. It's very simple. You cannot sit back here and say we are not going to draw points. But I still think it's a very doable. We have to play them as well. Game is going to be very crucial. That game could really decide the title, if I'm being very honest with you. But I still think that Arsenal. I said this before the game as well. A lot of people said that if Arsenal don't win today, we are not going to win the title. I still said even if we don't win this game, we are still in that title challenge, and today's win has made it even more certain that Arsenal are in the title challenge. I think it's going to go right down to the wire, just like last season. I think it's going to be Arsenal or Liverpool, one of them. But I think Arsenal are going to challenge for the title until the right at the end. What we need a striker to make sure that we finish off our chances, because we create so many chances. I mean, Martin Odegaard was on fire today. I think he was the man of the match in my opinion. He created so many chances. He was just a level above as compared to any other midfield player on that pitch. He was so good. Speaking of Spurs, I mean, there's no need for me to say much about them. Their form has been dreadful in the Premier League. They keep on losing games. They are not even in the top 10. How Ange Postecoglou, I'll be very honest, I think that the only reason he's got the job is because of their performances in the cups. Otherwise, they have been horrible in the league. Their form is quite bad, and it's just bad. I don't think they are going to qualify for Europe, if I'm being very honest with you. I think it will. They could really finish outside the top 10. I said the same thing about Manchester United. I'm saying the same thing about Spurs, because they are so inconsistent. And the fact that Postecoglou is still in the job is quite shocking to me. I really thought that he was not going to make it past Christmas period, but he still somehow has the job. And I think that his stubbornness is going to cost him the job, because Spurs, they continue to play the same way that they are playing, and they are going to lose the games. It's quite easy. If Arsenal, as I keep on saying, if Arsenal had a potent striker who could finish off their chances, it could have easily been 5-6 today. But Arsenal could not convert their chances, and I think that's why their scoreline is respectful. Otherwise, I really don't think Spurs played that good. It was Arsenal all along. Anybody who watched that game knows that as well, that there was going to be one winner in that game, and that was going to be Arsenal. I'm really happy. It's a North London derby win. Now it's been the last 6 games in the last 3 seasons. We have won 5 and we have drawn 1. So I'm really happy. We own the area. North London is red, and it's gonna be it's gonna remain red forever. So yeah, that's from me. A great day for Arsenal fans all out. We are back in the title charge. We have won the North London derby, so it cannot get better than this. So yeah, that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys think of the title charge, what you guys think of Arsenal's striker position, what you guys think of Spurs position, where do you think they are going to finish, and what can they do better to come back and start winning the games. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as soon as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us out. Until next time, bye bye.